Well, hello little listeners, hope you're all absolutely fine and dandy. Hope you're having a lot of fun at home. Wonder what you're up to. Oh, I'd love to know. Right, today I've got a new book that I thought you would absolutely love because I do. But before we get the book out, we're going to do our hello chant. Are we ready? We're going to tap our knees and clap our hands, and we're going to do the loudest, the hugest, loudest, biggest hello ever. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Say hello as loud as you can. Hello! Oh my goodness me, that was loud, thank you. We better do a quiet one now, hadn't we? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Say hello as quietly as we can. Hello. Fabulous. Right, let's do a silly one, I think. Do you think? Yeah, let's do a silly one. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Say hello as silly as we can. Completely silly. Right, let me get my book out. Today's story is called Mr. Brown's Bad Day. Have you ever had a bad day? Oh, I've had a few. I've had plenty more good days, but I've had a few bad days. This is by Peacock and Alison. I love this. Let's get going. Mr. Brown. Who do you think Mr. Brown is in that picture? Let's look at the front again. Let's look at him there. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's Mr. Brown there. Mr. Brown was a very important businessman. He always carried a very important briefcase. And he worked in a very important office. I think he might be important. Oh look, it says Brown and Associates. That could be his office. He said things like, sell, sell. Though sometimes he said, buy, buy. Not bye-bye, as in buy, please can I purchase. People brought him important letters to sign, and there were lots and lots of meetings. Mr. Brown was always very, very busy. He looked very busy. That's quite important, I think. But no matter how busy he was, Mr. Brown always went out for lunch. Naturally, Mr. Brown took his very important briefcase. It had very important things in it, after all. Look, he's going to the park for his lunch. Oh, that sounds nice. Today was Tuesday, and so Mr. Brown had tuna sandwiches. He set his briefcase down and he ate his lunch. He thought about the very important things. But because Mr. Brown was so busy thinking, he didn't spot the baby. What's the baby doing? He didn't spot the baby grab the handle of his very important briefcase. And he didn't spot the baby take the very important briefcase away. Yikes. Suddenly, Mr. Brown realised the very important briefcase was missing. Dun, dun, dun. My briefcase, he said. I must find it. It's full of very important things. Fortunately for Mr. Brown, the baby and the briefcase were not far away at all. Phew. The baby looks very pleased with himself. But unfortunately for Mr. Brown, the baby hooked the briefcase onto an ice cream cart. I think that might have been an accident, because look, he wants it back as well. And the ice cream seller pedalled away. Wait! Called Mr. Brown. Wait! That's my very important briefcase! Fortunately for Mr. Brown, the ice cream seller soon stopped. Oh, do you think he's going to get it back? But unfortunately for Mr. Brown, Some school children accidentally took the briefcase for a ride on a big wheel. "Wait!" shouted Mr. Brown. "Wait! That's my very important briefcase!" Fortunately for Mr. Brown, the queue was moving quickly. Oh, look, he needs to get on the big wheel to get the briefcase. He's in a bit of a rush, isn't he? He's going, he might have to get back to the office. Very important office. But unfortunately for Mr. Brown, when the school children got off the ride, they took everything with them, including Mr. Brown's very important briefcase. And then they went to catch the bus. "Wait!" bellowed Mr. Brown. "Wait! That's my very important briefcase!" Oh, no. Mr. Brown ran as fast as he could to the bus stop and was just in time to see the bus pull away. Oh no, can you see his suitcase? So near, but so far. Oh, poor Mr. Brown. His hat had gone and his tie was wonky. "Oh, this," said Mr. Brown, "is a very bad day. The very, very important briefcase was full of very important things. So Mr. Brown borrowed a tricycle." Oh, what good idea, look. And even though it was a little bit too small, look, that was the tricycle he borrowed. How kind. Even though it was a bit too small, he followed the bus all over town, past the tennis courts, round the lake, but he just could never quite catch up. Look, can you see the children lining up by the school? Can you spot the briefcase? Yeah, well done. Oh, you couldn't catch up. This is bad news. When the children got off the bus, they took everything with them, including the very important briefcase. "Whose is this bag?" said the teacher. "Not mine," said one child. "Not mine," said another. "Nor mine," said a third. "Oh, it's mine!" Oh, gasped Mr. Brown. "Very important. All things inside." Oh, look, he's absolutely exhausted. By now it was dark, and because it was too late to go back to the very important office, Mr. Brown went home. When he got there, Mr. Brown opened his very important briefcase and checked that all the very important things were still inside. Now then, what do you think could be in that briefcase? What very important things do you think he has? Sometimes in their briefcase, people have very important letters, very important notes, maybe a very important push pen, maybe a very important push, telephone somebody might have in their very important briefcase. What do you think? Should we find out? Wasn't expecting that. Look, it's his snuggly blanket and his best book of bedtime stories and his favourite teddy bear. And then, with all the very important things safe and sound, Mr. Brown settled down to the very important business of bedtime. I did not realise that all these important things were in that case and that they were them. A blanket, a teddy, and a bedtime story. Don't get much more important than that though, do you really? No. Brilliant. Right. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye.